Donna, if you're on, we can't hear you.
Oh, I'm not talking yet, but
I'm
you.
Okay.
Hey everyone, it's Dag and it's Peep and it's Corey and it is Curtis and it is Crow, and we're all here part of the we are not part of, we are the Pixel Erasure team, and we are here Sunday night, December 1st. We're gonna go and murder some pixels out here in Outlands, and we're leveling through our characters. I'm the pet human, and then there's 4 space goats that I'm accompanying. So the 5 of us are all just hanging out, chilling, doing our thing on Sunday evening. I wanted you guys to notice that the drops are active for another week or so. And so I'm participating in drops. So if you hang in there and watch us for a hour, you too can get a 30th anniversary World of Warcraft gift. Straight from somewhere other than myself. So, yeah, because I have no gifts. So, there. How's everyone been? Because we had, like, Turkey Day and people were off. And I know Corey was, like, he was running people back and forth. Nothing to do with, trying to do any child running or anything like that. But, yeah.
Human trafficking.
No human trafficking, no.
Wasn't it?
That was a trip. It was a trip through Texas, so it was like forever and a day, like you're in Texas.
Texas is like that.
Yes, you just drive forever in Texas.
We did find God, and where he's located, and Jesus owns a particular town, but he's moving, so.
I'm scared to ask.
So all the billboards you would see on the side of the roads, like it would proclaim something about God or Jesus. And
okay.
So the narrative is this particular location had God, and Jesus belonged to, or this town belongs to Jesus, so that he owns the town, and then another sign was proclaiming that he was moving there. So.
Oh, excellent.
Jesus is coming.
Yeah, Jesus is getting real
I'm not going to follow that.
Is he doing the landscaping there? What?
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, we had a nice little narrative going there.
Yeah, Jesus is running the HOA. Okay.
Yep, pretty much.
So, not to rain on this one, but I do a holiday of the day, and so I was looking to see which holiday of the day I wanted to do, other than the fact that it's the 1st of December, so now everything is turned into, well, actually for the last month, it's turned into, buy Christmas stuff now! Yeah, so it is actually Eat a Red Apple Day. And so they just want to tell you that it's high in fiber and it is good in antioxidants and vitamins. And they are telling you the eat an apple a day kind of thing. It'll keep the doctor away. It may not do that, but it definitely will help your nutrition level. So, go eat an apple. And yeah, so I actually do every day. I have an apple and I'm lucky that we have them here. So, yay. All right, guys.
I tried that, but the iPad was a little crunchy.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. Especially I started chewing on it and it still had the cord attached and everything. I was like, yeah. All right, so what are we doing, guys?
Probably a dungeon.
Yeah, I would guess that.
That's a good guess. Yeah.
I mean, ask an obvious question, get an obvious answer, right?
Okay, there we are.
Oh, what am I doing?
This is update my outdated version of Questy. Oh, okay. We're not doing Questies anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can update later.
Yeah.
I got 10 minutes left of being human.
And then you turn into subhuman?
Back into a goat.
Space
Oh,
goat.
I see.
Yeah, someone put way back in Halloween, somebody put a costume on me.
Got it.
And I haven't played since.
Well, I'm sitting here at the table where there's still the feast. I guess the feast goes away on Tuesday, huh?
What's the deal with the feast?
Oh, the turkey?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's all kinds of quests that you can finish related to the holiday.
Oh, okay. Well, Thanksgiving's over.
Yeah, but it hangs on until patch day, so.
Yeah. Blood Furnace.
Blood Furnace. I'm conjuring refreshment because I forgot to do that because I'm still got Thanksgiving hangover.
Nothing like a turkey coma.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I should teleport to dungeon. Yeah, there we go. You guys are probably waiting for
Yeah.
me. I was sitting in a chair and it wouldn't let me get out of the chair. And it's like, oh, I guess I have to like push the button to exit the vehicle.
Didn't know a table or a chair could be a vehicle like that.
Yeah, exactly. I guess they call it that. Conjured mana lollipops. Ooh, something new. Thank you. Anyone need any?
Yeah, I think it's because I
soul-
went up a level.
Anyone need any soul stone or hell stones?
Yes,
Thank-
please.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, where's my?
Yeah, the only other real news that we had was that we took Odie in today, and he's doing very well.
Good.
Most excellent.
Oh no, I haven't made the stuff yet. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to cast it on you. Ta-da. Where is that thing? There it is.
I think I actually have a. Yeah, I actually do have a group in chat now.
All right, let's. I gotta do these one at a time. This gets really annoying.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not good.
Gotta go look
There.
over what my buttons are because it's been a while since I've played this.
What have you been playing?
I started a couple of tunes on the classic anniversary, so that's been kind of interesting going back over the old content and finding all the old limitations that used to be so annoying. Like you have to keep buying ammo for hunters and
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but people
all that
love
good
that.
stuff. Yeah. So
Not all people.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
was quite happy to play a hunter where I did not have to do that.
Oh yeah, that's the endless quiver is great, man.
All right, is it just me or is my tabard like all black?
Just you.
It's all black.
Oh,
Well,
wait a
which is
second.
it?
No, it's
It's not. It's not. It's you've got the guild tabard on.
yeah.
Okay.
It's
Not
just
all
showing.
black.
It's
All right, so
showing
it's just
fine.
me.
Well, Sultana looks black to me.
And it looks black to me too, so that's why I was concerned because I'm thinking something's maybe a driver's up, not out of date or something.
I don't know.
Illidan is an arrogant fool. I will crush him and reclaim Upland as mine.
Wow, that was
Okay, we're done.
quick. Next week on our show.
I need a target. I need to target something first. That's still recharging.
And again, we win because of our special superpower of being the only people here who are not deaf or nearsighted.
What?
All the mob groups, you know, they've got these limited boxes where they'll detect you, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Red
They don't-
boxes. And they're very nearsighted. It's like we're killing their people, but right there.
I need a
Yeah, but-
lollipop, guys.
It's just not their job, man.
Very Russian way of looking at it, actually. That's not my problem. That is them problem, not me problem.
Yep.
Oh wait, now they're in my face. Now it's me problem.
Oh, they're in your face.
Well, that's kind of how Chernobyl went, wasn't it?
Well, I read a very interesting. Actually, I was listening to a Air Force
Okay.
guy speak, and he basically said that when the Russians back in the day when they were defecting with their fighter jets, the American pilots tried out the fighter jets, and they're like, "Why does this thing not have an oil pressure gauge in it?" And the Russian pilot told him, "That's maintenance problem, not my problem."
Oh,
It was literally the case where they didn't. It was like they didn't put an oil gauge in there because it wasn't supposed to be the pilot's problem.
well, okay, yeah. That's like you said. It's a very
I need a target. I don't have a target.
Very Russian thing.
I need to target something first.
Like, American pilot was like, "But how do I know the health of my engine?" He's like, "Maintenance must do job."
yeah. That's gotta put some faith in something. I guess that's what they're doing.
I mean, that was the doctrine, I guess.
I need a target. I need to target something first. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target.
Away, you mind.
I need to target something
Wait,
first.
after we kill this guy, I need to adjust my heating pad and I need to grab a pain pill.
Okay.
Okay.
We're that bad, huh?
Yeah, we're a bunch of pain.
The heating pad and pain pill sounds like we're pain in the asses. Or
Just
mul-
so people listening know, I have learned long ago to answer ridiculous and absurd questions with yes. You know.
that's appropriate.
Because that's the quickest way to move it on to something more reasonably resembling conversation.
Reasonable conversation.
Well, you know, like when people are like, "Oh, well, whatever." I can't think of a good thing right now. Like what you just did. The reason you're in pain is because we're so bad at this game. Yeah, that's not it. But if you don't just agree, then they'll keep going.
Well, I know better. I know better than to keep going, so I'll just stop.
No, my
Oh,
shoulders.
She's talking
hurting.
about me. She's talking-
Oh, I thought we were gonna see a warlock start tanking.
Mm-mm. No, my neck and my shoulder are killing me, and I'm tired, and my eyes are hurting, and I'm like a massive pile of old person complaints. Okay, I've got my everything adjusted, got the heating pad on my neck. See, it can't be you guys because the pain in my neck is still there. I put the heating pad on.
Well, we haven't stopped playing, so.
Corey, did you see there's another oddities show coming, like a different company?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't realize Denver was freaky enough that it justifies two separate things in jars.
Yeah, I knew
festivals.
that. I knew that there was a second one down like in Colorado Springs, like relatively the same time that we went and saw ours. But
I need to target something
I'll have to
Yeah,
look at the Facebook events. It was one or the other. I don't think I want to go. I think I'd rather just stick to the one that we're doing once a year.
Sure.
But I thought it was worth note that Denver people are freaking weirdos.
yeah,
They're not happy with just one Things in Jars show. Oh no. This isn't really a show topic, but Kurt, do you know if Atlas likes snakes?
You'd have to ask him.
Okay.
I suspect he's fine with them.
Because
I
I
don't know if
found
he's
a
a
really cool snake pendant that I might get for Christmas.
That's
if he
appropriate.
likes- If he likes snakes.
Well, I mean, we'll just ask him.
Yeah. But I don't want to ask him because then he'll be like, "Ooh, Christmas present. That was random. What do you mean, do I like snakes?"
Okay, this is my family. We don't.
And I know he likes skulls and moons and bats and stuff like that. I just don't know. And spiders.
We'll
I
just
just
do it then.
I don't know if snakes are part of the.
I think it's an extremely appropriate metaphor, actually.
Because of changing your skin.
Yep.
But would it be an acceptable a metaphor that would be appreciated though?
Probably.
I'm actually leaning back to try to take care of this shoulder pain, so I've got to wear my glasses to play. I'm far enough back from the screen that I have to have my glasses on to see everything.
Ooh, the tipped dart of the falcon. No.
I don't think falcons need darts.
Think about how much more dangerous they'd be. You know,
I
what
know.
happened? They're dive bombing us and chucking darts.
That would be pretty scary because falcons are pretty deadly.
Well, if you see him hanging around in a pub, then you really know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that guy's a shark. No, he's not. Actually, he's a falcon.
He's a falcon.
Falcon.
Oh, you got all of them.
They
Yeah,
have really good eyesight.
I'll go sheep the other guy. Who woke him up?
I don't know who woke him up, but I shut him up. It's like he had, I threw Curse of Tongues at him. Then he just stood there and went, "Dull."
My work must not be interrupted.
My guild went on a bunch of fun runs this weekend during raid time. And we did a bunch of the Shadowlands.
It's a 56%
raids.
upgrade for me.
There you go.
There you have it.
Gopher.
I never got to do any of the Shadowlands raids when it was up, so that was fun.
Yeah, I
fight
got to-
Sylvanas.
I got to do that with a random group too. I tried to do it on my own, but the fight before Sylvanas like glitched because apparently you need like at least 2 people in the group.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the one where
Yeah.
you get the fire chicken?
No, it's the Lich. He's in the Shadowlands dominance raid or something like that.
Okay.
And you defeat him in his one form, but then he like spawns in like his phylactery, but then respawns his normal form. And
Kel'Thuzad.
yes, and I tried to go in and just kill him, but by myself. But apparently you need somebody on the outside to keep his normal form occupied.
Oh.
We got a bunch of them.
And some guy randomly messaged me saying, "Hey, could you summon me over there so I can do that raid?" And I'm like, okay. So I went on the raid with them, and we barely survived because the Sylvanas fight is like terrifying.
Yeah, it's really. I mean, we did the mythic version, hard mode, but there were 15 of us, so I was just glad.
15.
I was just glad that it was that we were doing it not at level, because those spikes that shoot out of the ground, there was no way I was being able to with my hands the way they are. I was never getting out of the way of any of that shit, so I just sat there and just took being stunned for however long. But I wasn't the only one. There was only the best players in the group were able to avoid the freaking things, but they'd done the fight so many times that they kind of knew what to look for. And I'd never been in there. No, it's not a specific, it's random. You just kind of have to know what to look for. Then spikes shoot out of the floor, and
I mean, it was a really cool raid though.
yeah, it is a really cool raid. There is one fight where you actually do have to do a dance. Which is pretty entertaining. They were trying to get... I've never been able to get very good at using that warlock gate, because it's too many things to handle it. So I just use my warlock speed, burn your butt and run fast.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much able to get wherever I need to go that way. I put the gate down anyway so that other people could use it if they want to. I just find it difficult to. This is why I don't play. I love my Warlock, but I don't play it at a top level because I feel like there's too many balls in the air for me. I would have taken my main, but we actually did stuff in Nazjatar first, and my main doesn't have it open.
Oh. Yeah, I think I had to do it on one of my older characters too, because for whatever reason, the Shadowlands questing like glitched out on two of my characters, that so I couldn't actually go and do anything in Oberma or Oribos.
Dude.
I've been charmed.
I need to get close.
She liked me.
Get over here.
So I was the guide I'm using for my Warlock. They want you to use your succubus right now, so I've been using my incubus, the boy version.
Mm-hmm.
And
Steve.
I made everybody laugh because I was like, I wish we could name our Warlock pets because I would call this guy Steve, and they were all laughing and they were like, okay, he's called Steve from now on.
Joe.
We just all felt pretty strongly together that a succubus and incubus should be called something fairly normal, you know? Just because they've already got these crazy demon names. So if you're going to rename them, it really should be something like
Just call him
you know,
George.
Martha,
Sam.
Steve, Bob, Will.
Wilbur.
Yeah. I don't know. Wilbur might be too fancy.
Gertrude.
Heathcrow.
Bud.
Yeah, I had to do a crash course for Battle Pet stuff, because their 20th anniversary secret adventure stuff is going on right now, and apparently one of the quests is you have to do a Battle Pet battle with this guy, and I was like, I don't have anybody at level.
Mhm.
So I had to
I haven't
figure
done
that out.
any of the secret stuff. I haven't done any of it.
Which is also why I needed
And-
that inscription toy, because that was also part of it.
Oh, okay.
How much time is left? Is there still time to go do that?
I assume that it's going to be through the end of the patch, so because
Okay.
a lot of this stuff is just ridiculously like complicated.
Mm-hmm. I'll
So
probably
I-
sit down and try to knock it out. A whole bunch of it.
Oh, I need
And
juice.
doing
This
Oh,
is like
boy.
sleeping a lot and also kind of hiding in Twitter and not talking to anybody because I haven't felt very well. Haven't been feeling so good. I know it's weird to play an MMO when you just want to be by yourself, but works for me.
I've always treated these things, by and large, like a single-person game.
Yeah.
All right, now I need to juice up. I can't. Too late.
Yeah, I
huh?
need my lollipop. And I can't.
Yeah,
It
Just
just
one
goes.
big box fight. Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
I guess I'll.
Wand him to death. Oh, okay. Now
There
we
you
can
go.
drink.
Yes.
Trinket, intellect.
Intellect.
That actually.
Well,
That's
that looks
pretty
good to
for
me.
me. That's good
pretty
for
good
everybody.
I'm gonna.
Everybody
do a
that wants it,
greed.
roll need.
Need or
Oh.
greed?
Crap.
Roll need if you need
Need.
it.
Let's see, I'm trying to
Okay.
see what. It's a level 88. Yeah.
I don't know why you died.
Because I was stupid and continued to stand in his poison.
Oh.
Oh, that's like last week. Oh, well. 2 weeks ago. Hey, there's shit on the ground. I
like-
think I'll stand there.
Yeah.
Well,
Isn't this a pretty
I get
color?
I get distracted by looting. Hey, he's got a pretty trinket. Look at that. Hey. Oh wait.
Oh no, I'm dead.
Wow, that's 291% better than what I have right now.
Wow, that's great.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. Now maybe I won't run out of mana, except I still have to drink, guys, so I'm like... I'm back here drinking. You guys, whatever you're doing.
You lush.
Okay. I can come chase you guys.
We're waiting.
I just ran into the lever in the middle of the floor there. Whack.
Why do we even have that lever?
Unilever.
Cantilever.
I'm out of range.
I need a target. Yes, everything's dying too fast for me to hit it. Pretty sure I'm not going to be able to use that.
Yeah.
10%.
The nice thing about being the fighter is when it gets up to plate, you're the only choice.
Yeah.
Leeches! Take my blood and choke on it.
Ong.
So we had our Arizona family over for... Oh, this guy. Hey,
Who's that? What's he doing?
Hitting people.
Here, let's bring him over to. We got me
I
stunned.
don't have a target.
color me stunned. So our Arizona family came for Thanksgiving, and everybody, including both of my boys, went to San Jose State. I'm the only outcast. I didn't go to San Jose State. But San Jose State beat Stanford, which was like, I don't know whether that's good or bad, but they did beat them.
I mean, if your Ivy League schools should not have good football teams.
You should not.
In theory, that's correct.
Yeah. I mean, if you got a good football team in an Ivy League school, someone is recruiting the wrong people. Oh, for fuck's sake. Drop the circle. I hate it when the thing I've got it targeted. Why won't it go off?
I hate that damn line of sight problem.
You mean the fact that you have to actually be looking at the thing in order to kill it?
Yeah. Well, I
Bummer.
can't just go right through the wall. Come on.
Sometimes
The thing
you
is, I
need
could
to.
see it. I had the green circle on the ground and everything. I was in line of sight. It's like, no, you don't have line of sight. An ant standing where I was could see this.
So I've been leveling my boomkin, and I haven't had too many line of sight issues with her. It's like suddenly being able to zap stuff through rocks and everything is like not a big deal.
I need a target.
I like the way they just gently lay down.
They're dainty.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's drink up a little bit before we start this. escapade.
You're just saying that because you need to.
I'm a needy guy. What can I say?
Bill Lush. God. Warlock.
Warlock?
No, I'm Shadow Priest.
Oh yeah.
I'm the lock.
I mean, my statement still stands. However,
Okay.
I also stand corrected.
Okay, you start this thing.
I think we can pick these guys off one at a time.
You mustn't let him
No.
lose.
Still
We're
can't.
not.
Looks like it.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Target something first. I don't have a target. I need to target something first.
Now we got the
What is
boss.
this? What have you
We
done?
do.
You'll ruin everything.
We dare.
Yeah, we plan on ruining everything. That's the point.
Have you not been paying attention? We're heroes of Azeroth. That's what we do.
Come closer and burn. Good luck. You'll need it.
Let's see. That's a 40% upgrade on the gloves for me.
Yeah,
No.
not for me.
Not it for me.
Cool.
And
I think that's it.
That's it. We got a bag.
yeah, I got a new chain.
I got a necklace that
Yeah, my
Work
necklace
it,
was
both.
an upgrade. Yay.
I got a rock.
Okay, Charlie Brown.
Now we teleport out of the dungeon.
And
Okay.
here we are.
Now a little repair, and then we'll see what the next
Yeah, I'm gonna
one
tr-
is.
Out in the middle of Zangamars. I'm like,
No repair for you.
okay. Yeah, some repair for me. Mostly getting rid of a bunch of crap I don't need.
How can you not need something?
Very simple. They study Zen.
Peep, did I ever give you the Enchant Boots Spirit 5?
I think so.
Okay.
Let me look. Yep.
Okay.
Let me know if you have any intellect stuff. That'd be great.
I have Greater Intellect 7. Bracers.
I could use that.
Okay.
Hmm.
Let me see your braces.
Yeah, where'd they go? Okay, there it is. I got
They're on your
Will
wrist.
not be traded. There we go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Where are you guys at? Anyway?
Oh, we're over by the blacksmith. In Honor Hold.
Okay, yeah, you guys are. I'm over in Zangamars. So yeah, I'm wondering where you are.
You got to go to Telreader or what? Telreader, whatever that is, to find a repair. The big mushroom in the sky.
You mean Telrador?
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'm over at Orabar,
Oh, okay.
Harbor it. I was just looking around. I'm trying to figure out if there's any way that I can get a hold of a tabard that will actually do me some good in these dungeons.
You know, I was looking at the one here for Honor Hold, and you have to be like revered or something to even get the tabard.
Yeah, I don't think
Which,
the
At that
rep
point,
works.
why? What's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
Can I help you?
Well, the tabard bonus stuff was born later in the game than the tabards were, so.
That and it's for alts
Mhm.
because none of the at this point in time none of the things carried over to other characters.
So let's see. I have to leave the instance group so that we can go for another run.
Yes.
Huh? Okay.
I was ready.
Me too.
Now.
All right.
Pins.
Wave pins.
And I get a question mark to turn in. Cool.
I do not.
Oh, we got friends already. It's clown chowder time.
Came fast, didn't they?
Yeah, they I didn't even break the barrier, like that little arch there, and they were like, "Nope, we're coming over to you." Okay.
This is
Kinda
the
one of
no
those.
loitering crowd.
Yeah, have you been paying attention? So let me mark you again. Okie doke.
Can you farm stuff in here now?
No, I haven't been paying attention to that.
All right, broiled lobster, my favorite.
Bobstrock. Bog?
Yeah.
Speaking of weird names. It's a bogstrock.
Yeah, well, your name sounds funny to them.
My name sounds funny to me.
Yeah, we just killed the other big guys, the little ones.
Run
Turn
away,
yellow.
yeah.
They'll leave you alone, yeah. 'Cause they're slaves.
Free, you're free.
Fly,
Run.
be free.
Run, my friends, run. Going someplace?
Why are you
Apparently.
still attacking me, you asshole?
Because you must have targeted and hit him. Fine. You want to die? Here.
Exactly.
Try to help you out, comrade.
Hmm.
Let's see if we can remember where all the, Oh, we don't have to do that quest this time, huh? Because the guy's not...
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind. Always one in the crowd.
Surprised those Naga behind us haven't attacked. They're coming up behind us.
Bogslayer, plate. Oh, you got a crowd.
Yeah.
He's popular.
Line them up. Where's the butter?
That's it. Isn't there a control panel we're supposed to disable?
I don't have a quest for it.
No, I'm kidding. That's what we have to do out at the other places.
Oops.
It's more partiers. Hey.
And these guys are still idiots.
They shooting at us still? Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I had a thought that if I turned them into a sheep, they might forget that they were attacking us when they came back out of it.
Hmm.
It was
No,
only a
that
thunk.
does not work.
Why not? It's clever.
Is that the you know if
Yeah,
you
but-
know?
Yeah, we got it. We're just not acknowledging it.
Woohoo, fish oil.
Good stuff, man.
Put it on your salad.
Keeps you lubed.
I need fish oil for one of my spells.
I shall give it
Well,
to
I've
you
got some for
after.
you.
Just throw it in the guild bank.
These guys are collaborators. You know what we do to collaborators? The same thing we do to every other part of the car.
No quizzlings.
Oh boy.
What you got against game shows, buddy?
Dang.
Congrats.
Back up.
Yeah, if I can get a moment to take a lollipop. Actually, I don't need a lollipop because I just leveled. Never mind. I do need to add my new talent though. So
I need to check on mine.
Pyromaniac is already
give my-
taken.
Get my cheat list out. My chit list. There it is. Did that one. 2, 2, 3, 1, 2. 3, 1, 2. Already did that. Okay, so 2. That one. Got it. Empowered pimp. Empowered imp.
I like the pimp better.
Yeah. Oh God. So now he wears a big floppy hat, you know, and
That's right, with a
sunglasses.
feather in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You brought this on yourselves.
Did we though?
Probably not.
I mean, we did come into his house.
Oh, we're just being guests.
Yeah,
Just
but
hanging
he's
out in
called
this
the
fishbowl.
betrayer. I don't think he's that great of a host.
Really? Where's all the dinner?
That's the betrayal.
I was told there would be snacks.
That's right.
He says, "You should have RSVP."
Right.
The leggings are 44% for me.
43, but I just got new pants last time in, so I'll let you have them.
Those are 6 for me, so I'll pass on them.
Princely Rain leggings.
And the amulet does me no good.
Do I even have an amulet?
Oh, I'm
16
sure you've got
stamina.
neckwear. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why this thing is not telling me it's better, because it's a lot better.
Because it has 1 billion tons of spirit on it, which is why I said need.
Oh, sorry.
That's a
I
healing
did not hear you.
thing.
Apparently I got it by accident. Sorry.
No, you got it
Something
on
I can-
purpose because you rolled need.
Yeah, you rolled.
Well,
me
yeah,
to
but I
say
didn't
agree.
realize that you had said anything.
On the left.
Burp.
Hmm.
Yeah, when stuff has a ton of spirit, it's pretty much a healer item.
Where is that damn thing?
More plate.
Plate. Plate.
Clean your plate.
Yeah, clean your plate, Sultania. Jeez. So dirty and messy.
I mean, it's just gristle, so it's fine.
Ew. That was cartilage.
Did everybody have a good, yummy turkey feast?
Yeah, it was all right.
I did.
Good.
How about you?
Yeah, we had fun. We went to our friend Bill's and we ate turkey, and his turkey was delicious, which it usually isn't when I go somewhere else for Thanksgiving.
Well, that's good.
I usually complain. I'm like, we're going somewhere else for Thanksgiving. I want to do the turkey, and nobody ever lets me do the turkey. My turkey is really good. Bummer. It's not going to be good, and I'm not going to like it, and it's going to be sad. Because I won't be
I'm
able
going
to do
to
it.
jump up and down and pout and yeah.
And then it was terrific. It was really good. And he cooks it exactly the same way I do. That's why it was delicious.
There you go.
So we have the other group coming up the ramp on the right.
Left. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, behind us, right?
And we had pumpkin pie, and that was delicious.
We had.
And they had
pumpkin
proper
cheesecake.
cranberry sauce out of a can. Yes.
We had
You know,
real
we
cranberry
had
sauce.
we had that this year for the first time in ages. Instead of making a cranberry sauce ourselves, and then
Mhm.
I saw a really funny thing on Facebook. They showed one of the cans upright on a plate, and it said "ribbed for your."
Ribbed for your.
pleasure."
I was about to bring that up.
Nice.
Like my cranberry in its natural form in the shape of a can of dog food.
That's right.
Alpo
I like the
cranberry
meme where
sauce.
it's like the one guy, there's one cartoon on the top panel, it's like, I'm making my cranberry sauce from scratch for my grandmother's secret recipe. And the person on the bottom opens a can and says, good for you.
Oh, this is the yumpers. We got a yump.
Mm-hmm.
And we gotta go swim.
We would jump and swim. Everybody,
Swim, da da da, swim, da
I
da
hope
da.
you have taken your diving lessons.
I'm gonna make sure you guys survive.
I
You
died.
still don't trust us?
No, not even a little.
Cannot believe it's already December.
Yes, it is.
And no doubt you're completely done with all your Christmas shopping, right?
Oh, I mean, I pick up a few things throughout the year if I see stuff that I know people would want. But
I'm running out of
other
things.
than
I'm running
that,
out of people to shop for.
How's that? What do you
Well,
mean?
Carl doesn't like anything.
True.
My mom doesn't expect anything, but she's getting a copy of the book.
Yeah.
Um,
Gotta finish that cover this week.
Oh, I got the stoppable force. That's cool. You guys know what that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
no.
It is a gray level 1 mallet.
Yeah.
Ah,
And they put it in the game just for kicks.
Mm-hmm.
there should be an achievement.
Right?
Yeah, it's two-hand, 134 damage, speed 3.6. It's a world drop. And it's
Nice.
gray.
Of course.
Well, I'm getting my parents coal in their stocking. They have
They've been that
displeased
good, huh?
me.
Oh,
No,
don't
they're
even
getting
get started.
coal in their stocking. That's all they're getting.
I was being
Cold.
sarcastic.
Yeah, but she wasn't.
I'm gathering that.
Yeah. We could talk about it offline, but they have not made me happy. Not in the stream, I mean, not offline. Sorry,
no,
my brain is not fully baked today.
Or maybe it should be baked.
There's a very big crab.
Yeah.
Lobster.
That's a lot of lobster there.
Yep.
My sister may be getting a lump of coal in her stocking too. We'll just
Oh,
have to
jeez.
see.
It's a lot harder to come by lumps of coal than it used to be.
Mm-hmm. What
kinda
should be like the modern equivalent? Because getting a lump of coal in your stocking is supposed to be a lesson. It's supposed to be an object lesson in what is valuable.
Well, some people don't understand the lesson.
How about a bill for my health insurance premium? Does that sound good?
Right?
That's definitely valuable. There are some people who have never learned the difference between valuable and expensive.
Yeah. Zoop. I'm gonna eat my turtle bisque. Num num num. Num num num.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Turtle
stop
bisque
and get a
from- Num num num.
lollipop.
don't know what to get Monica this year. She was putting together a steampunk costume set, and I think we're pretty much done with that, so now I need to figure. I've gotten her little pieces, little steampunk pieces over the years to sort of just be accessories in the costume, and I think that's pretty much done now, so I need to think of something else. She's got a wish list somewhere. It's probably got, like, crafting supplies on it. Which is fine. I just need to know what crafting supplies.
Well,
And this is the first year in many years that I have no idea what to get Kurt. Usually through the year, Kurt will be like, I want X and Y, Z at some point, and then he forgets about it, but I write it down. And I'm like, I'm gonna get him whatever
Right.
it was for Christmas.
that is a 10% upgrade for me.
Go for it.
That doesn't help me a bit.
Yeah, it would be 3% for me, but 10% is better than 3%. Unless they're promising you 10% per month, in which case it's probably a scam.
This year, Kurt spent most of the year saying what he didn't want, so I don't have anything on the list.
Ah.
I didn't get what I didn't want either.
Yeah.
Well, that's a
That's
good
right.
thing, isn't it?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
So I have to figure out something for Christmas. His niece is fine. She's easy because all she wants is coffee. So,
That's good.
No.
Starbucks for her. The other one likes creepy shit, so we'll get something creepy for him. And,
Gonna get him a snake?
maybe a snake pendant, not an actual snake. That you don't buy pets for people in my view. That's
No,
not a good
Especially
thing
not
to do.
teenagers who are in the process of figuring themselves out.
Yeah. I
Here,
don't
have
know
a
if he
pet
would
snake.
have.
Yeah.
Is he? He's pretty busy. I don't know if he'd have time for a pet snake. I really want a pet tortoise, but you have to turn your house into an aquarium, basically. So I will
Are you-
probably never have one.
Yeah, that's why you can't have otters either.
Ding.
Can't have otters. Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank
Is
you.
it even legal to have otters as pets?
It is,
Yeah, they're wildlife.
Yeah,
but you
otter
have to.
meat.
But you have to be able to, like, the turtle. Like, you'd have to transform enough space to accommodate like their water needs,
Yeah, I see. I got you.
and it's pretty extensive. So it's not like you can turn your bathtub into it. It's like your
Yeah.
whole backyard.
Yeah, that's I think a tortoise is less space than that, but it still depends on the size of the tortoise, and they've got to have plenty of space to roam around. They have to have special kinds of dirt in their enclosure, and you have to make sure they have fresh food all the time, and
Mm-hmm.
like the turtle feed in the store is not really adequate. That's only for when you can't get them fresh food. It's so you have something to feed them. But it's not. You're not supposed to be relying on it. So
Yeah, there was a YouTube video I saw. It might have been a short. Somebody who is a professional conservationist rehabbing a beaver. And the beaver was in their house. And the beaver was dragging things around, making a dam in the house.
Oh, awkward.
yeah,
I mean, there was no water running, but they were damn well going to dam this place up.
yeah. That's what beavers do. They go, I hear water running. That's not allowed. That must stop immediately. I've actually seen beavers in the wild, baby beavers. On the way
Baby
back from
beavers?
my niece's wedding, I saw a beaver and her 3 little tiny baby beavers following her
Beaverlings.
across the
Beavets?
road. I think they're just, I don't know what they're called.
Beavets?
Cubs?
Yeah,
Beavets.
Probably cubs.
I like
But-
beavets. though.
I think beaverlings is cute. Or beavlet.
Yep.
Esterlings.
Beaverling.
There we go.
Baby beavers are exactly as adorable as you would imagine they are. They're ridiculously cute.
Let's say baby otters.
Yeah, baby otters are
I need to
ridiculously
target.
cute.
I need to target something first.
Well, it looks like I'm going to have to ship you a bunch of fish oil.
I didn't realize that there were tortoises that were little, but there are. There's a few species that are really small.
You
I
just
like
blow up-
turtles too. It's just that turtles have to have more of an aquatic situation most of the time.
Yep.
Which is harder to handle. So
Yeah, there's a particular ceremony that the Native Americans or the Mexicas down in Las Cruces perform, and it's it's either a hill or a mountain down there that's called Tortuga, the turtle, and they all make a pilgrimage to it every year.
nice.
Mail.
You got mail. Mail with
Yeah.
slots.
Too bad it won't be for this spec, but whatever. I can collect the appearance. That's really all that's important about that.
Well, we got a bag, so I guess we're done.
Yep.
Okay.
I got a necklace of the Turbulent Invoker.
So I did not know that tortoises are friendly.
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. I never knew that reptiles could have like that you could have a hangout relationship with reptiles. You know what I mean?
Personality? Yeah.
Like, yeah. I don't know. I just didn't know. I don't come from a family where we had those sorts of pets, so I didn't know.
I figured my glove situation out here. Back.
But apparently they are. Tortoises are like, they want to hang out with you and they like to run around the house and talk to the other animals and have a good time.
Yeah.
And
Party
they're
animal.
cute. And they live a really long time. That's the only thing that would really give me hesitation at this point because I'm not a spring chicken, so.
You're not a spring tortoise either.
No, but if you got a pet tortoise, you'd have to figure out something to do with them when you die because they pretty much are going to outlive you. So
Mm.
even the little guys live pretty long times.
Deed them to someone else.
Oh, the amulet of sanctification, Donna, I can give to you. It didn't bind to me.
Really? That's weird.
Hmm.
I'm at the bank in Stormwind.
Well, I will give it to you the next time we group up. Then. Yeah,
We're
actually,
still
you're in
in
the
the
bank. I'll
same
just
group.
Hold on a second. Well, I meant the next time we're in the same place.
Talk to me.
Hold on a second. I'll put it in the bank. I'll put it in the guild bank.
In the
Oh,
guild
You got to
bank.
find mobile
Oh, cool.
banking. What tab do you want it on?
I don't know. Whichever one is gear.
I'll put it the first tab then. It's in the lower right-hand
Cool.
corner.
I will go and look at it. I'll go get it. Thank you. I didn't know it was a B-O-E.
Yeah.
A Bowie. B-O-E. 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 Cool.
Uh,
Excuse you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Supply
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right, I got way too much crap in my bag here.
Well, some of it then.
Yeah.
Gotta figure out why Pawn keeps telling me, oh, we're gonna do this. This is great for you. No, it isn't. It's the wrong spec.
It doesn't say what spec it is for on your version?
Yeah, it does. It's just that it keeps defaulting to a different spec than what I'm using. And I've like stopped swapping specs on me.
Hmm.
So like the gloves that I just got says, hey, this is a 57% upgrade for demonology.
Mm-mm.
But I'm not demonology, I'm destruction.
Yeah.
So stop telling me it's an
Yeah.
upgrade.
I get the comparisons, so I get, for my stuff, it's like I can get holy or shadow or whatever, it's like, okay. Most of the stuff that,
Yeah,
Shows
mine
up
always
empty
has a
holy.
comparison at the bottom.
yeah,
Well, mine does too, but when I
It just
like when I go in and like the gloves I just got, it didn't say that it was better or worse or anything. And so I did the comparison. I opened up my character window and hit the pawn button, and then do a compare and drag it in there. But when I did that, it says, "Oh, this is a 57% upgrade for demonology." So the gloves I'm using is perfect for what I'm, for my spec, but not for what I was coming before. And it's like, okay, all this stuff is like keeps defaulting to demonology for me, and it's like, no, I'm not demonology.
no, that's just what the stabs are good for. It doesn't mean that's not what you are.
No,
See, I see that.
it gives me. What I'm saying is that it'll tell me,
when you
this
hit
is
on.
yeah. It's like
Okay.
it'll give you a percentage upgrade, but it's like, but that's not what I need. I need something for destruction, not for demonology.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, new world problems.
Hmm.
Right. Is it time to take a break, guys?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. We're gonna take a quick break.
Does anybody need rugged leather?
I do not.
Nope.
What about you, Kurt? Your leather worker? Do you need rugged leather?
My
in
leather
there?
worker is beyond that.
Okay.
But thank
I'm
you.
gonna go ahead and put it up the spout then.
All right, I am going to take.
That
We're
sounds
going to take a
painful.
quick break, and we'll be back in a flash. Hang in there. All right, we're still waiting on some people to get back. We were chit-chatting about the fact that I put Christmas lights up on the house yesterday, and then I had to go back up, and I was missing a part. And I go back up today, and I realize that the lights I installed yesterday are all backwards. So now I've got to go. I went back up, and I completely flipped everything around that I did yesterday, and yeah, that wasn't fun. It wasn't how I wanted to spend my day. Actually, I wanted to get all the lights up on the house yesterday. That would have been nice.
Dog, you know, so.
So I haven't seen people actually duel each other in a while.
Yeah.
We had some
Yeah.
people come up and start dueling. It's like, okay.
I challenge you to a duel.
Yes.
No. No, I am not going to duel you.
I usually just sit there and let them wait. Not respond.
Yeah, I saw the dual flag go down after I declined it for you. So
Yeah. And I just let them write it out. It's like, sure, you want to duel me? Just sit there and wait.
I'm dueling you with patience.
Yes.
I choose the weapon. The weapon is patience.
All right.
I was looking at the potential places that we could actually go. We could get into Mana Tombs, I think. Well, no, we can't. I think we can get to Underbog because our lowest member is 63.
Yeah, we can do Underbog, and I'm four bars away from leveling.
Okay.
Always bloodlet.
Hello.
Hey there.
And for
She's back.
I am. Better stop talking shit about me.
But we're so good at it.
Yeah, you're just supposed to say yes.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Sounds good. Yes.
whatever you say, boss.
So where are we headed
Still
next? Do we
somewhere?
know yet?
No.
What's that?
Wherever the randomizer takes us.
Two of you still need to leave your instance group.
Oh yeah.
Like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Details.
I'm on a taxi, by the way. I don't know if that matters.
It
No.
shouldn't.
You can still use the eyeball.
Yeah, but if he joins the group, will it take him out of midair?
We'll find out when I come
No,
back.
don't think so.
I think it lands him at the next stop. So he might
Ah.
not be where he was originally headed, but he might end up
I don't
halfway
think it does
between.
anything to you. Why would it do anything?
Well, when he returns out of the instance, does he go back to flying, or is it?
It might just. I don't know. Yeah, I
Reses
guess
him on
you're
top
right.
of
It would
the,
probably just drop
fell-
you at the next.
Yeah.
It'd probably just drop you at the. Or would it? Does it remember where you were going? You'll have to tell us, because I don't know.
Yep.
Right. Hey, we're queued. Where are we going?
Straight to
Doesn't
hell.
matter. I arrived.
Back to the under. Bye.
Ooh, Underbog!
And now we got quests.
Get a
Yeah.
quest.
It's
Johnny
a different
Quest.
place.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it looks kind of the same.
Yeah, it's in the same, like,
Yeah.
area. Gosh, I remember
Bring
running
me a
this
shrubbery.
during
No,
Burning
my quest
Crusade,
log
and
is
it was
full.
kind of difficult. Naturalist Bite. Well, hello there, Naturalist Bite. Nice to see you again.
Hold on, I gotta dump some old quests.
Okay. I met a really cute dog over Thanksgiving, a basset hound called Biscuit. And she was beautiful
Cool.
and a very sweet doggy. I was absolutely thrilled. And it was funny. Our friend Bill goes, "Yeah, she'll probably just sit there and hang out with the dog for the rest of the night." So
I'd say he knows you.
he does.
Okay.
But hanging out
business
with
quest.
dogs is really nice. And Biscuit was a very sweet dog. She was really cute. And her paws were just so amazing. She had giant paws. And they were so soft. She had the cutest toe beans.
It means
She was a really cute dog. And Bill's kitty cat is adorable. Her name is Opal. And she's got that perfect tabby mask, you know, with the white eyeliner. Itty bitty little pink nose. She's just adorable. Or black nose is her nose. Whatever. It was small and adorable. I don't care what color it was. I think she has a black nose. Can't remember now. But she's a very sweet little kitty. So sweet. And tiny. Everyone's cats are tinier than ours are. We have panthers. We have house panthers.
Target.
House panther! Now, our herbalist might be able to herb some of these guys in here, and most of the time you only get gray stuff, but frequently you get motes and sort of important herbs, so it's worth doing if you have the time. Kurt and I've been obsessing over this YouTube content creator who does the puppy dog songs. He has 2 little chihuahuas, and he writes songs, just songs about dogs, that's all. They have a song about puppy dinner and going for a walk and all this kind of stuff. And we're constantly like bombing each other with these videos. This one's so cute. Oh, this one's adorable. It's like, why didn't I think of that? This guy he just makes it. Everybody makes up songs about their dogs, I'm sure, and their cats. And he just is the person that made up songs about his dogs and recorded them. And made little videos.
So wife and I
Oh
usually
boy,
go.
yay.
Wife and I
Make leather.
usually
For
go
you.
for a walk on Sundays, and we get out and we're counting how many I'm counting how many Porsches I see on the way, and she's counting how many kitties she sees out and about.
Aw. Yep,
So,
I would be
Priorities,
counting
huh?
all of the pets.
yeah,
And
she,
bugs.
Yeah, I know the
I like
pets'
to-
names.
Spot bugs and stuff.
yeah, she saw a beautiful little white kitty today. That was
Oh.
I need a target.
we had seen it before, but it's been like 6 months since we've seen it. So it's like when you get to see these kitties occasionally, and it's like, oh, I remember you.
Yeah. So let's be a little careful in here, guys, because these guys are hitting kind of hard.
Yeah, we were. I took Odie out for his walk today, and everybody else took their dog out at the same time. It was literally everyone and their dog. Normally, I try to keep him away from other animals because he gets kind of nuts about it.
He's one of those dogs that's perfectly fine if he meets a dog in person. You know, they know how to greet and sniff butts and do all that kind of stuff. But when he's on the leash, he's just off the hook. Like, ah!
Target something first.
Got that leash aggression crap.
That sounds like some of the tagline from his trailer. On the leash, but off the chain.
Well, if the harness fits.
Why is there a bat attacking me?
I am Batman.
I don't have a target.
That turkey was delicious. The next morning, I was like, "Remember the turkey?" Nom, 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 nom. I should have asked Bill if I could take some home, and I just was so tired. By the time it was time to go, I forgot. I think maybe I'll make one for Christmas this year, just for me, and use it for making turkey soup, sandwiches, and stuff.
Oh, that's what we had tonight was turkey soup.
Yum! I have turkey soup. I just make.
Smoked turkeys.
I just put in just minute rice and just a mixed vegetable, frozen mixed vegetables, and salt, pepper, and garlic. And it's delicious. How do you make your turkey soup?
Well, the wifey does, and so she.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's up
that's
there.
her. That's her thing.
so
But
you don't know what her
secret
what her
ingredients.
method is.
Yeah. Well, she soaks the bones, obviously, for like forever.
Well,
Body
to get
for
the
the
broth.
bone.
Sure,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
usually it's a
Yeah, I do that.
it's like a Mexican soup. So
Oh.
we have smoked turkey, so it's got smoked turkey in it and corn and it's a
Bacon.
little. Pardon me.
Yum.
Beacon.
We don't.
Bacon!
Yeah, they don't put bacon in it. She doesn't put bacon in it, but
Hmm.
it's still good.
I can see that being a good idea, though. Rub some bacon on it.
There you go.
When
Some
all else fails.
bacon,
Bacon it.
on it.
I need a target.
Yeah, this year was a little different for us because we didn't have a whole bunch of people over, so we didn't get the big turkey. But
Who's alchemy?
That would be
Tur-
me.
Okay, that's all yours then.
it used to be when we went out shopping for the Thanksgiving turkeys, they always had them on sale.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a extra freezer, so I'd always buy two and just freeze one.
Somebody
for
want to
later
loot
on.
this guy so I can make him into boots? Thank you.
We now interrupt this combat so that I can do the proper looting
Yes.
to bring you the special update.
You will be boots. You will live on as my footwear.
You have been deemed special.
Ugh. Doop a doop doop.
The thud.
Get that. Yeah, I've been working on this book cover for Kurt. He's self-publishing his little book
Nice.
that he's been, and I'm putting the book
To be
cover
clear,
together.
I'm not actually. I am going to pick some copies for my family, but the book itself is
Yeah,
still being shopped
Yeah.
around.
right. I shouldn't have said self-published. That kind of means something different. He's gonna make some copies for his family.
Okay.
The same people who would buy another copy just because.
Yeah.
So, not like I'm hurting my potential future sales.
That's right.
Here we have Underbat.
Right. It's not gonna be on the market anywhere. It's just for
Yeah.
the family.
By the way, if you do read Alchemy, please leave a review.
Yes, it really helps. It does. I should read it.
Bargle, bargle,
Leave
bargle,
a
bargle.
review. I don't think I actually have left a review, but I should.
Yep.
I think I thought I think I didn't because I thought, well, I'm his partner, so people will just be like, she would say that. But maybe I should
Well,
write
how
that
many
as part of
people
my
are gonna
review.
know that you're part
Well, the
Probably a
question
lot
is-
because I'm
I
on
know.
I'm on the thank you page on one of them.
Oh
so,
well, there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It
Two
doesn't
of them,
matter.
I
It also helps the algorithm, right?
That's true. But I could just say, I bet you're thinking this is a 5-star review because this is this person's partner. And you would partially be right, but also he has written things that I didn't like very much and he'll tell you.
All right, tanks down
But,
here, guys.
I'm not the sort of person that would give a review just for shining him up. So
Well,
it's
the
really
thing
good.
is,
Good book.
if Amazon ever finds out that you do a review for someone you knew, they'll block you forever.
Really? Oh,
Mhm.
maybe I shouldn't then. Oh well.
I think there's a.
Well, there goes that idea.
Yep. I mean, there's a certain degree of separation that they require, and I don't know what it is.
But what
Would
if
have to
other
look it up.
authors give you a review and they know you?
As long as they do not benefit personally from the book, or conceivably, you know.
Right. Okay. I see.
I ran across
got it.
somebody else. I forget in what context they were telling me that they can't leave leave reviews on anything anywhere on Amazon because they accidentally or they didn't accidentally leave a review. They left a review on something that they were only tertiarily connected to, and
Mhm.
Amazon said and munched their faces.
There's no appeal.
With Amazon, there's never an appeal.
They don't have humans in charge of anything, so it's kind of hard to do
Yeah.
an appeal.
Actually, I had one of my my videos on TikTok get blasted. Someone posted it saying, "This is a violation of some ethics or whatever." You know, it's like, seriously? And I hit
I'm
appeal. And,
offended.
What?
yes, they were
what-
they were offended. You know,
Why? What were they offended by?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what they were actually offended by. I made a crack about. There was there was a quest. It was my Final Fantasy run, and it was like there was a quest in there where you have to go. And I was reading the quest out loud, and this is perhaps licking the hole. It was like something about the chocobo, and I'm going, I'm not licking any chocobo hole. Forget it. And someone obviously took that as like
A sexual
offensive.
innuendo.
Yes, exactly. And it's like,
But it
okay,
was.
then.
Well, you know, an innuendo is nothing more than an Italian suppository.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I
So,
mean,
anyway.
a chocobo hole could be a hole that the chocobo dug. You don't know.
Yeah, it
Shouldn't
wasn't.
just assume.
It wasn't.
All right.
Yes.
Take out these bog giants first before Hungerfin.
Yes, ma'am.
That's all I remember.
Yeah, try not to summon them all at once.
Boy, those guys gargle a lot, don't they?
Yes, they
Good
gargle
thing
when
they
my
got
dog
bad
farted.
breath.
Now it's
Hey, I put my tabard on, and I'm getting reputation for Darnassus in here.
Yes.
yeah, I'm
Well,
getting it for Ironforge this time.
Yeah.
It wasn't
So I
last
don't.
time.
Maybe it's just those other. Maybe it's just those dungeons that. Don't know.
Yeah, I got it in the last one too. I noticed I was getting it, and I'm like, did they correct something? Was there a bug?
I don't know. Maybe it was just that first, the Hellfire stuff. Maybe you can't do it. I don't know.
Yeah, I checked this
Interesting.
in. I checked this in Urian or whatever how you pronounce it
Scenario.
to see what
Scenario
was,
hold.
and they were
Don't
like,
stand next
yeah, you
to
do
the
have-
mushroom.
you do have to be exalted in order to get the thing that helps you get the reputation to become exalted.
Guys.
Wait.
Don't stand by the mushrooms.
It's mail.
Oh, that's mail.
Yes.
Mail from a bog lord? Jeez.
Well, he obviously ate some mail-wearing class.
I mean, I pulled a footstool out of one of these guys once.
Yeah. I thought maybe you were going to say you pulled a foot out from.
Hey, there's some fellweed over there.
Nice. Go get it.
Oh, no, I'm a miner.
Yeah, I
Mm.
can't do
You're
it.
not, you're too young for this game.
That's
No,
Are
right.
you
I am an
old
alchemist
enough to
and an
be in
engineer,
here?
but I can't. I have no gathering capacity.
Mm.
Who does herbs? Corey?
Yes, but I'm too low on.
Oh, you
skill.
haven't gotten into to level your skill.
Yep.
Well, there you go. That's
Here comes
how
a whole
it
bunch
goes
of.
sometimes.
That does be how it goes.
That's all there is. Then let's keep dancing.
Went right off the edge.
Man, that guy is hitting hard. He bonked you right on the head.
I'm assuming we don't want to fall off the edge here.
Yeah,
Good assumption.
true. Can
'cause
somebody
we haven't-
please loot? So I can make leather pants out of these guys.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see the sparkle underneath the big body.
Yeah, that's all right. There's another one somebody else needs to loot.
Yeah, I'll do it right after I finish sucking on this lollipop.
Okay.
Hopefully, that's not an innuendo.
It's not a fentanyl lollipop, is it?
Nope.
Hmm.
I don't see any sparkly, so it's not me.
I don't know who it is.
I'm
Not
looking to see if
Todd.
anything's showing up, and it's like, nope.
Oh, I got it. Finally.
Okay.
Sanguine viscous, in fact.
There you go, Jog Giant. Toot 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 toot. Boo.
Alright.
Toot toot dee dee ba ba da na. Do 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 do. I'm starting to feel a little better.
Can tell.
Yep. Bitty bop bitty bee bitty bitty bop boo bee boo.
I wish my shoulder wasn't chiming in with all this nonsense. Like I got Larry going on, and then I have arthritis in my neck, and Larry's like, so we're gonna invite the shoulder to this party? No.
Okay, I didn't know we were supposed to be looking out for plants on the ground. Apparently we are.
Yeah. There's plenty in the
Yeah.
base.
There's a lot in here.
Yeah, we'll get around to it.
There's one right over there under the bush straight across behind the bog giant.
Yeah.
That red
Kill the
lump
bog
in the
giant
bottom.
first.
Yeah, but that's what they look like. That's
Or you
what
can
you're
go-
looking for.
You can go gather the stuff over there. And
Well, I mean,
Well,
I
if
assume
they're
we'll
not
have been
coming
picking them up
down.
as we go. And since we're not collecting for everybody, then we'll.
might
Yeah.
want to wait for
Whatever.
these.
Yeah.
Dudes.
Wait for the dudes.
Wait for the dudes.
Whoa, dude.
Dude. It's like Tyrion, right? Whoa,
Yeah,
dude.
Tyrion. Not cool, bro.
It's so not
There's this
cool.
character in SWTOR. One of the companions is this guy called Torian. He's a Mandalorian. Torian the Mandalorian. But the guy who does his voice, he has a little bit of a California surfer dude kind
now.
of way of talking.
Careful.
So every time he disapproves of something, one of us will go,
Whoa.
"Not cool, bro." Or, "Dude."
Where's my car?
Yeah. Bro, you're buying brewskis tonight. The other voice that's very surfer dude is
Don't
male
go
smuggler?
running in. Don't go running
no,
into
that-
this room.
There's,
Yeah, don't
there's
run
all
in there.
kinds of people there.
let the tank pull those guys out.
Yes.
One at a time.
I have nightmares about this
One
room.
little group at a time. Yes, this is not a good room, so be ready. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Oh my god. Ah, I forgot. There's so many. Shit. Hey, good pull, Corey.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
like
that's
that was
unusual.
pretty slick.
You did something right.
What did you do? Just call them names? You go, hey,
Yeah, I just did an exorcism on just the one.
zoop, zoop.
It's like, George, come here.
Hey, you.
Hey, you ugly Naga.
Want to buy a
What'd you
watch?
call me? Yeah, I said you're an ugly Naga. I didn't hear him. What did he say? Come closer so you can hear what I say. Yeah, I need to eat some soup.
Now we got a whole
Yum,
pile of
yum, yum,
naga
yum,
hide.
yum. Yes.
I was
Unfortunately, you can't
disappointed
make
that you
anything
couldn't
out of
skin
Naga
those.
hide.
Yeah.
Or make them into
It'd
bark
be nice
loungers.
if you could make things out of Naga hide. They should always be some sort of furniture. You know,
Here's a stool.
like you can
Ooh.
skin the Nagas, but you can only make couches and stuff.
Recliners.
Yeah, Naga hide recliner. Whoa, he does not like you guys. Or me.
Okay, I don't like him either.
Well, I don't blame you. He is kind of rude.
Somebody's shooting
He
from
just-
the other room.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
just said
shoot
that
him.
your mother was
He's
a
been-
hamster and your father stank of elderberries.
Yeah, well, he's been
And he said,
cheaped
go
now.
away or I'll taunt you a second time. Okay. Nice. Good job, everybody. That room is tricky. Tricky, tricky, tricky. So what you been doing with your video game time, Crow? You been playing classic, you said?
Yeah.
What you doing?
It's been kind of interesting doing the old stuff again. So
Yeah, but
I'm-
are you doing the new? They opened up brand new servers for the anniversary. Is that what you
yes,
went and
that's what
did?
I'm playing.
Oh, cool.
I don't know. I can't remember what the server name is offhand, but it's.
I need to target
Are you
been
doing a
fun.
hunter?
I've got a hunter, but I actually rolled a warlock. That
Oh.
is kind of amusing to play.
Neat.
So
Yeah, warlocks are fun. The brand
I had
new
fun with this
warlocks
one.
are retail warlocks are fun, but I have to say I feel like I kind of like the old style warlocks.
yeah.
I don't know. I can't decide. They're both cool.
Yeah, I haven't played warlocks much, so this is kind of interesting to do. I've got one
Mhm.
that's up to about a level 20 now,
Mm-hmm.
so I still got a ways to go. But yeah. But it's interesting trying to do all the stuff, and
Did you go on a hardcore server or just a regular one?
just a regular one. I
Right.
don't want to do hardcore because I die.
I don't blame you.
Yeah,
I don't
that
blame you.
happens.
Yeah, but
I have yet to make it past like level 10.
yeah. The thing is I got so used to having the accelerated
Leveling.
growth,
Experience.
leveling
Yeah.
experience, that doing it old school again takes a long time.
Oh yeah.
It does, but you really have to just go, all right, I'm going to do every quest that I find.
Yeah, and I'm finding I'm having to go back and forth between the human area over Westfall, and then
Mhm.
Loch Lomond or whatever.
Yeah.
Loch Moden.
Loch Modan.
Yeah,
The
Loch
Bonnie
Moden.
Banks of Loch Modan.
Yes, exactly. Because I need to get levels that I can do that
Yeah.
aren't stressing me too badly. Because warlocks can be kind of squishy.
They can
Yes,
be, for sure.
they are.
Yep, they can be. Today, I told Curtis that I believe that people, this is only partially related because of the Loch Modan joke, but I told Kurt today that I think that people that say they don't like bagpipes are actually lying. There's people that like bagpipes and liars. They think that it's cool for them to dislike bagpipes. They think it's something they should dislike because everybody's like, yeah, bagpipes suck, but everybody loves them actually.
Well, why do you think they're at most funerals for
I'm out of range.
fire department and cops?
Yeah, because they're cool.
That's right.
They're mournful.
I've never
They have a
seen this
mournful
band
sound.
before, but there's a band called Clanadonia, which is like 3 drummers and 2 pipers. And they are so cool. And they do like traditional ones like Scotland's Burning and all that stuff. Their own version, but they also write their own stuff, which is really
That's
neat.
cool. Yeah.
And they've been around forever, but I just ran across them on the internet like 2 days ago.
Owing to their history with Britain, almost all the music coming out of Scotland or Ireland feels like you're being led into a fight.
Yes.
Well, that or their lament, so.
Yeah, lament or aggression.
I'll take the high road and you'll take
Of course,
the low road.
Irish
I'll
music
be
is a lot
with
of love,
Scotland
but it's also sad.
and drinking. Lots of drinking.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
I left my love in Carrickfergus. Oh gosh, that song just gets sadder and sadder.
This song wasn't sad enough to begin with. We decided to add extra.
Let's make it even
sadness.
more sad. Today with extra sadness.
Now on.
Well, I
for
wish I was
Gaza.
in Carrickfergus. That's what it is.
How close do I have to get to be within range?
Hold on a second. I'm gonna recharge here before we start.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you guys need to recharge, you should do that.
Yeah, plug in.
Yes. But
Wondering
the
if we should
sea is wide and I
go
can't
down
cross
into the
over.
water first and try and kill these fish.
Oh, so we don't. If
Mm,
we get
really?
bumped off, we don't get chewed on.
Yeah, Or if
Mm.
this
Can we
pipe
get
takes
back
us
up?
into
I
the
don't
water.
remember.
Yeah, there's the pipe that's already down there.
Huh.
I've seen this guy swimming around, so
Oh, okay. Well, you shouldn't get knocked off if you park your butt by the pipe. Or just stay close enough. I don't remember. Do you think we should go down and kill the fish?
that's what our tank is doing.
Oh, crap.
Far be it for
Where
me to
did you
disagree
go?
with the tank.
Well, you
Well,
can
I'm
do it from
not, I
out of the
just-
water, so it's like cool.
Oh, I see. I see.
Well, some of them you can.
Someone has to be in the water, otherwise they're vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't like it doesn't like sensible tactics where you can fight them, but they can't fight you.
Well, that's the way it should be, though, right?
Yeah.
The others look pretty deep.
Yeah.
Do you guys need underwater breathing again?
Again, yes.
Well, I cast it on you guys once before, but you probably didn't notice.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Go get the rest of them. Annoyingly hard to aim AoEs underwater.
Whoa,
that's
dude,
why you get
Sherlock, dude. Oh, they're chewing on your butt.
Yeah, I'm getting out. I had a couple of them like come right at me.
To
And it's
heck
like,
with
wait a
this.
second. What did I do
Get
to
outta
deserve
here.
that?
What did I do to deserve this? Oh no, oh no. I'm out of mana. I'm gonna run away. I'm running away. I'm running away. Running away. Running away. Alright, I have got to take this. Health stone.
Alrighty. Look at that.
Clean
Nice.
house a little bit.
A lot of dead fish.
Very much so.
Gotta
Sushi.
start stinking up the
So
place pretty
many
quick.
dead fish. No, we can make sushi out of them and nom them up.
There you go.
Yum. Yum.
Are you still hunting down there?
Trying to see if he's satisfied with the amount of damage he's done so far.
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
I'm
So
trying
what
to.
was the deal with the Texas trip, Corey? Was that just Thanksgiving or?
No, it was
Oh, was it just like never mind.
Jennifer's daughter.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So it's family
so
stuff.
it wasn't child trafficking.
No.
No.
No, because she's grown up.
Yeah, she's 22, so.
Yeah. Well, did you guys actually end up having a Thanksgiving at all?
Yeah, we came back in time. Like we came back on by Monday, so
But you have Hobbit Days, your like actual Thanksgiving, right?
yeah, like we had, you know, like the three of us and her son and David over, so it was a nice small group of us.
Did the sports people enjoy their feet ball on Thanksgiving? I don't know which one of you are sports ball for Thanksgiving
Oh,
people.
I am,
know
but
there's
I didn't
sports
watch
ball
any
people in the group.
I actually didn't watch
Thanksgiving
any
are
football.
boring games, you know. So it's always the same teams, and it's always kind of strange.
Yeah.
From what I understand, that the Detroit game was actually pretty interesting. But I don't
Well,
watch.
it wasn't interesting if you're a Bears fan.
Yeah, but who's a Bears fan?
Well, I have a friend who's a
The
Bears
Otters,
fan. She's
the
hardcore.
Chicago Otters are Bears fans.
It was like the guy just like, oh, I don't think I'll call a timeout. Oh,
That
Of
was
course.
so bizarre.
he's been fired.
Yeah.
They shit canned him real fast. It's like, seriously? You didn't call
Wait,
a timeout?
I saw an interesting thing. They said they look at all the first round quarterbacks that Chicago's gotten, and every year they've gotten a first round quarterback, the coach has been fired 3 times. You know.
That's
Had
interesting.
Number one pick, and then all of a sudden it's like coach is fired because they don't do well. So.
That's because you always have a problem. I mean, quarterback is one of those positions that you don't get good at for years.
Yeah. Is there a respawn rate on these fish that we need to worry
No,
about?
they're just kind of all over the place, but I think that we should be all right now.
I mean, at this
There's
point,
like-
we've cleared off the top
There's
level.
one
enough,
around the edge.
and this asshole.
this jerk right here. Mm.
I mean, there's still a bunch over there, but like, I think as long as we fall off on this side, then we should be okay.
And you
All
can
right,
always
I will
run away
accidentally
from them
fall
up
off
the
on
pipe.
this side.
Yes.
I'll watch him jettison me over to the other side.
Exactly.
Yeah, doesn't seem to be anything to brace up against, really.
There's
Oh.
a pipe right there.
Each other.
Yeah, but it's not anywhere near the thing.
Not yet, it isn't.
You're too far for me to heal you, Kurt.
Yeah, I'm also way in the back, so I'm not getting much damage.
No, that's fine. I'm just letting you know.
Okay, that was anticlimactic.
Yeah, that was a lot less.
That's plus 24.
Plus 26.
271% for me.
Oof.
Whoa.
Well,
never
then you
mind.
get it.
I'd say you should take that.
Oh, do you like my new
Take that, and can you
hair?
skin this guy?
Yes.
Make him into
You'd think for these
Rawhide?
big ones, you'd get more than scraps.
Yeah,
Or more than one or two, skins, yeah.
Yeah, you'd think, but no, of course not.
All right, where to?
That's the interesting question.
Do we swim and then go into
You
the
go-
hole over there?
Yes, we go.
We have to
Where's
in
the
that-
window?
the window down there.
Yes, and then we jump down to the floor. Yeah, so we swim. We jump down into the water, swim across to the window, and go
Oh,
jump
off
down
the
onto the
pipe
ground.
close to the window.
Brrrp.
And all the fish are gone.
Right.
That's because
All
we
the
murdered them all.
And you can't jump in.
Oh, it won't let me in. I have to swim around the corner.
Oh, oops.
there's a window.
Yeah, there's a window on ours
Someone-
too.
Someone open the sliding glass, would they? Come
Oh,
on.
it didn't work. Maybe it's
Yeah, I
one of
think
the
it's-
other windows.
Well, there's a what looks like a exit over here somewhere.
Yeah, there's a. I just can't remember where it is. It's been a while since I've been in here.
Which way we going?
Alright. Hold on, I'll go and check.
Well, there's a spout down here where all this water is coming out. That's not it.
I thought we jumped down and get through the window. My memory is really failing me, apparently. Ah, here it is over here. There's a crack in the wall. This is what it is.
Yeah.
Head to the ghost woofy.
Where's the ghost woofy?
Right here.
Right where?
I will put a square over my head.
I see it.
Oh, okay.
I was right about the jumping down. I was just wrong about where the jumping was taking place.
Yeah, I thought it was the windows too, but apparently not.
Yeah, I just
No, we
completely
have
have to
plate
forgot.
glass
jump
there
again?
for a reason.
We all completed the collecting the sanguine hibiscus.
I have not.
There's some right here. You should collect that.
Where are you? I see you. Where's the hibiscus?
I'm standing right on top of it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I keep forgetting to look for that stuff.
That
Ooh.
got my last one. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Woot.
So
Are we
jump
jumping over
now?
here? Apparently.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
that stung.
Yep. 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 But you have a shaman friend to help you out.
Excellent.
Hey,
Lovely.
Jackapp
The
stayed with me.
shaman.
I didn't have to bring him back.
My shaman is my friend. The shaman.
Hope we got friends on the right.
Yep, down below.
Yes. I think we have to go down through that little
I
hallway.
hear something that is hidden.
Earthbinder Rage. Gotta talk to him.
We've discovered him.
Earthbinder Rage.
He has been discovered.
I assist you, Del Madres?
We were jumped by Swamp Lord Musalek. Unfortunately, Claw was caught in a bear form at the time and is now the Swamp Lord's pet. You'll have to fight him to save him. Oh, goodness. Sounds uncomfortable.
All right, I guess we go down now, right?
Mm-hmm. So what's everybody's holiday plans? Planny plans?
I'm not sure I've got any.
No kids coming or anything?
Well, yeah, Janet's kids will be over, I think, on Christmas Eve. And we got, we do a thing where all the adults, we get together sometime around Thanksgiving and we pull names out of a hat, so you only buy one present for one of the adults.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And
That's probably helpful.
yeah. And there's, a limitation on how much money you can spend and that whole bit.
Please loot. Loot. Well, that's useful. That's good when people do stuff like that. So that
Yeah.
way you don't have to end up buying a bunch of crap that people are probably going to just throw away.
Well, it's kind of hard sometimes to figure out what everybody's going to want.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
mean,
funny.
all the children, the grandkids and stuff, they all get presents.
Yeah. Sure.
So.
Can somebody loot this guy up here?
Is that me?
I don't know. I'm
Doesn't
not sure
There's
who
one.
it is.
Apparently mine.
Hey, here's that's an ancient lichen. That's not what we're looking for.
Thank you.
So my oldest son got married this last year, and they bought a house, and so their gifts that they're requesting. Could you give me a
House-related
toolbox?
Yeah.
Can you give me a drill? Set of screwdrivers?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you can get one of those packs
about
of stuff that they have at like Home Depot or Lowe's.
Oh,
where
they're- Yeah.
the battery-operated tool set.
Oh yeah. Well, no, they're very specific about what they want, so I'm like, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
I try to guide them into, there's better quality stuff out there than Husky,
Yes.
Yeah.
but that unfortunately they don't care anymore.
It used to
It's
be
like,
Craftsman, but they've gone down the tubes.
Or, yeah, don't let them do the Harbor Freight stuff.
Oh yeah.
Really? Harbor Freight used to be really good.
No, they're
Well, used to be is the operative word there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so did Sears.
That's why I said Craftsman used to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a set of Craftsman screwdrivers
Yep. Still.
forever. Yes.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of wrenches that are Craftsman. So.
Is everyone done with their sanguine hibiscus
No, I'm not.
tea? Okay.
That was 3 out of 5 for me.
I
For
do
some
try
reason,
to
I'm-
be, if somebody asks for something specific, I try to get that specific thing.
Here's
Yeah.
'Cause
four.
it is annoying when you're trying to I mean it's because you have all these feelings. Like if you want something specific, and
Yes.
somebody gets you something, but they feel like they're gonna, I don't know, save money or something, getting they get something that's close but not the right thing.
Yeah.
So then you
yeah.
have the burden of not only getting a present that you don't want, but also you have to pretend to be grateful.
Yeah.
my
wifey.
my folks,
But
my
I prefer
grandparents
gift
were good
cards.
at that.
Yeah, wifey learned
Were
that
they?
lesson a long time ago. It's like she goes, I want this and this particular brand and this, this model and everything. And she goes, oh, okay, I can get it for you for
That's the
Christmas.
exact thing.
And salesperson, of course, didn't have it, so he goes and tries to talk her into something else, and it's like, no.
And it doesn't work. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It's not what you want.
Wasn't compatible. Didn't work.
Inventory
It
is
was
full.
just
Well, I wanted to do plein air painting, and my partner at the time, I was like, I want this box, this paint box. It has a stand of its own that you can take it and where you want to and just flip out the stand, and wherever you are, you can paint outside. And lo and behold, he got me almost the exact same paint box, but it was $20 cheaper to get the one without the stand.
Oh.
So I have a paint box I have never used.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
And he
stand is
was-
half the point.
So
The
what you
intention
need to
was
do
there.
now is
Really,
get the
and he
one
was
with
upset.
the stand, and you'll have 2 paint boxes.
and I was like, oh, it doesn't have a stand. And he goes, well, you said this is what you wanted. I got what you wanted. Why are you complaining? You're always like this. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. So it became a big thing. And I was like, no, it's fine. I love it. Thank you. I don't love it. I've never used it.
Yeah.
This is the problem when you get to be old. You have really specific wants.
Yeah. Well,
But
it's
I
like
told them what the specific want was. And, if
Well,
you
I
don't
mean,
want to
it's
get
like-
it, don't get it. But,
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
Just
my,
want
my
a
kids
Porsche.
asked,
some people are
asked
just
me what I
okay.
want
You
for
can't stop some
Christmas.
people from being jerks.
Beast,
yeah.
obey me. Kill them at once.
Yeah, and I tell them, no, just don't worry about it because the stuff I want you can't afford. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stuff you can afford, I've already got.
Yep.
So
Well, you should pick a few inexpensive things and put them on your Amazon list, so then they feel like they contributed.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, if you
Frozen.
want to,
There we go.
you should. You should
I
do that if you feel like doing it.
Nice shoulders there.
If you want to do it.
If I want to.
Yeah.
Hey, we've discovered Windcaller.
Yeah.
Yep.
I owe you my life.
And I think that's your 5th one back there, Kurt. That he's sitting
Where?
on. The NPC is
Sitting on
sitting on
one?
it.
I can't get to it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I can't get the little thing. Ah, how annoying.
Yeah. If you put it like your cursor like right next to him, it might do it. 'Cause I
You
can
just get him
it.
out the way.
Well, we can't really. He's
He
just
plunked
where he
himself
is.
down.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yep.
All right.
We're gonna have to find another
Yeah. There'll
one.
be another one.
Yep. I don't know why stuff like gift giving should be so dramatic, though. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes it's just funny. Like last year, Kurt got about 11 different flashlights.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm probably overstating the number of flashlights, but it was a lot of flashlights.
There was as a percentage, it was quite high.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of flashlights. It was weird, because he never once said, "I want a flashlight." It's just little stuff, just stocking stuffers and junk like that. I'm like, how did you end up with so many flashlights? Don't know.
Do you know?
I usually don't
wanted a flashlight. I've always wanted one. Thank you. Or two.
I mean,
or
the best
4,
gifts
or
are from
10.
people you know who give you something you didn't know you wanted,
Yeah.
but those are rare. Because even people who know you want it, know you well, can misfire.
Yep.
Do, 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 do.
All right, this one you should be able to get.
That one looks
Yay.
obvious.
Sanguine hibiscus.
You didn't give me a chance. I was going to sit on it.
That would have been classic.
With a K, classy with a K.
There you go. Hey, Bog Strider.
Yeah.
Black Stalker.
We got to get his.
Does this guy throw you all the way up
Brainstem.
in the air?
He's about to do chain lightning.
Ah, we got it. We got this guy. Underbog.
Bog.
Wonderbar.
Robes
Cloth.
of
There's no need to
Valor.
fear. Underbog is
Underbog
here.
That's it.
Underbog
Stamina,
is here.
intellect, and spirit.
Underbog.
Ooh, I'm going to need on that one.
Underbog.
Yeah, that's nothing for me.
Well, it doesn't show up as anything for. Well, let me see what Pawn says.
Sherlock, you need to loot this thing.
Loot which
Speed
thing?
of lightning, power of thunder.
Because you're not showing
My
having
inventory-
the brain of the Black Stalker.
Yeah, I know. My inventory is full. That's why. Hang on a second.
Fighting those who rob or plunder. Underbog.
Okay, now I have.
How come?
Puppy.
Yeah,
How do I
I can't.
compare this?
You can't. That's the issue I've been having with the stuff.
Huh.
It's the puppy. Yeah, it's the puppy.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna pass on this because the one I've got has a whole bunch more intellect, and that's what I really need.
Well, let's see
Even
what
though
I
the
have.
item level is a lot higher.
Oh yeah, same with me too. 41 intellect.
Yeah,
So-
that's what I've got. You've got Queen Azara's dressing gown.
No, I've got Laughing Skull Tunic of Intellect. Right. Well, I'm going to.
I'm gonna greed that one.
Oh shit! I can't even open my bag.
Dude.
You need me?
Filigree.
I'm trying to figure out if I've got any gray to get rid of.
If you need to give me something that I can hold, or that you need something held on to, I can do that.
No,
Yeah, I've
I,
got a
back.
bunch of spots too.
I was going to. There we go. I've got a spot open now. What do you know? Yes. And that was useless. Okay. Well,
Oh, here's
gonna go
here's
ahead.
another one of those sanguine hibiscus if anyone needs one.
I'm going to go ahead and greed that. I don't know whether it'll be any good or not.
Yeah, I greeted it too. So yeah.
Okay.
I ended up with an extra sanguine hibiscus from killing something. If anyone needs one.
Let's see what it says.
Yeah, there's one right over here.
I'm done. I don't need it.
I am done also. So.
Yep,
All right,
I'm
I'm
done.
gonna leave the teleport out of the dungeon, then go back in so I can turn in these quests.
Well,
You
it's
can
right over here.
Pikachu.
Yeah, you can just drop
He's
off the
right
ledge
here.
over there.
Oh,
Just
well,
jump.
then I'll be right back.
I use my feather fall.
There we go.
Featherball.
How may I help?
Rescuing
Get rid
the
of all this
expedition.
stuff. Take this crap, please.
Tissue.
Choose my reward. An infused mushroom. What's a trinket? 200
I want
health
the
when
one
you
that
kill a
has
target.
The mana, yes.
Bring me a shrubbery.
Give me my mushroom.
I'm one block from leveling.
I got 3 blocks.
Wee-hoo.
So I
And-
did finally get a decent trinket out of this.
Cool.
A mushroom trinket.
Excellent.
I gotta check stuff here because my it's still not good.
Badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom.
Okay, so that was that, right?
That was that.
Yeah.
That was a fun one.
Yeah. It's 10ish lock.
Yeah, are we done for the night?
I think
Probably.
so.
Okay.
That's it.
Alrighty. So we have wrapped it up for another week. We, as a group, will be back next Sunday, and we'll be doing some more of the same, leveling until we get to 68 or 70, somewhere in there, and then we'll see where that takes us. Where do we go? Oh, that's right. It does take us out to Northrend, huh? So
Well,
that'll
you
be
know,
fun.
it's like, if we can get, well, we're all up to at least 65 now, it looks like, because nothing's locked at that. So we can start doing Mana Tombs and the crypts over there. So
Yeah.
that'll be fun.
I need to make some bags and stuff so I have more room in the bank to throw things. So
Yeah.
we end up spending some time here. Anyway, we'll be back next Sunday, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed what we've been doing tonight. If I don't see you folks until the next time I see you, have a good day. Have a good afternoon. Have a wonderful evening. I love you all. Thanks for stopping by, and I shall see you all soon. Bye now.